That was because it has like all little lines through it that kind of on our what the
Oh,
membership card that was dropped to all the primes and bosses.
our stream got wrecked. Oh, I mean, seems like it's back.
Yeah, I think it went down for a second, but it's back.
Yeah.
It just glitched out for a split second. Well, glad we're back. I hope nobody missed anything. Um, and that's the end of the cars, the submissions. Let's start out with the two runner-ups. I believe each runner-up is going to get a AFA All-Star. Is that correct, Jeff?
Yep.
Yep, AFA All-Star. Um, can you describe what they look like, Julia? I think it
Yeah.
was, if I remember correctly, this was one
So
of them.
yes, that was one of them. I think that, I mean, one, I just want to say all were fantastic and so different and so cool. And I want to explain my thought process. I got super nerdy about it with thinking, what photographs well, what stands out on the racetrack, what speaks to me on an artistic level. And this one's, I mean, again, all good. This one I thought was really cool with the brightness, the color. It makes you think a little bit. I think those lines
Mm-hmm.
and the way that that's the track.
And then what was the other one? I think.
So a second one, and I think my screen is frozen a little bit, but it was the black and white stripes with the yellow accents.
Yep.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Marklar and DJ Mercenary, congratulations! You both was won a AFA All Star.
And with the black and white one, I now want to see what this looks like on track because I feel like it's either going to be super trippy or like really really cool and moves with it. And it almost reminds me like when they test NASCAR cars, like when the series makes body changes or anything, they kind of do this kind of design so you can't see where the edges are, and it kind of morphs the car so you don't get where the lines are. And I just think that's a really cool hypnotizing concept.
All right. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm interested to see how that would look on a wrap as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then the grand prize of a Genesis board box, which will get you a Meteorite Atom membership card. And that card is confirmed to get the Mars Speeder, which is probably one of my favorite cards that's been revealed so far. It's so slim and futuristic looking. It's one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah,
And I believe
and
it was
that
this one.
I think the stream is catching up. It is the purple and yellow and uh, really bright. That one. That's it. I see this one. I'm just like, damn, that's gonna
Yeah.
get a track. I think it's really cool. I love that I love the artistic elements. I just think it's really loud and in charge, and I'm a big fan. So congratulations, everyone. I love seeing this creativity. I am not a creative person in a visual sense, and so it's always fun to see what you come up with. So thank you for participating. This was fun to
Oh, there's
judge.
so many creative people in the Web3 and just the Futureverse ecosystem as a whole. I'm blown away every time there's some kind of artistic competition. Congratulations,
Yeah.
Urban Gecko. You won yourself a board box.
Actually,
And
like
then,
when you're in Discord, Julia, just check out the street art competition that we did at the launch of Atom. You can
Oh, I
see some
will.
unbelievable stuff,
I'll go back and
from
check
our
that out.
community. Yeah.
Cool.
I think we can have some Q&A time. You up for it, everybody?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the beginning of the stream, I said everybody can submit any questions that they have in the Ask Us Anything channel, and I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna read them off.
Cool.
Starting at the top, we got a question for Julia from Brian Wincombe. Who is your go-to pump up song or artist before a race?
Okay, so I don't listen to a ton of music like at the track. I get in the zone, but my pump up music going to the track when I'm driving is actually Taylor Swift's "I Know Places" from her 1989 album. I'm a big Swiftie, and it's not like it's the most upbeat necessarily, but it's about like outwitting and getting away from the people chasing you. And it's like, I don't know. I listened to it before every race when I won my championship in 2015. And it just puts me in that zone of like, I'm going to get you. Um, and then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So not the most traditional pump up music, but
Has a
it
great
works.
memory tied to it with winning your last championship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, and that's your pump up music, and
Mhm.
it's
and same person also has two more questions. And who is your biggest inspiration?
Oh, that's a tough question. Wow. So when I think of heroes and like from the past, I think of Amelia Earhart. I think of Paul Newman. When I think of living people that I've been inspired by, they're everyone from my parents to Lynn St. James to, um, you know, artists that I like. And so what I found early on was that I really like to admire people and pick what I liked about them and try to emulate that in my own style, in my own way. So then, like other racing heroes being Michael Schumacher and Mark Martin in NASCAR, and now Lewis Hamilton, and there's so much, right? There's so many cool people in the world.
And then here's one I'm really curious to hear as well. But can you share with us how you got into Web3? I remember doing a little research and I saw because racing, COVID had you a little bored. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, so I'll get into the Because race car in a second because that was kind of an offshoot. But really, in 2021, which was not my best emotional year because my team from 2020 decided last minute that they weren't going to be racing that year in the European NASCAR series. So I found myself not racing after having worked really hard to get the funding to do it and couldn't reallocate it. So I was just kind of in a bit of I had a lot of time all of a sudden, and I had been hearing about NFTs and I didn't understand them, and I didn't know what they were, and I didn't like that I didn't know what they were. So I just started researching, reading about them. I had one of the photographer friends that I have here in Charlotte. He had started selling his artwork on the blockchain, and so he kind of helped guide me. I have a mentor from Stanford who's also very involved in the space who helped me, but I just jumped in to learn, and it was an intellectual, curiosity that I had. And then with Because race car, after months and months of just like learning what a hot wallet was and buying crypto and getting to know what NFTs were like, during the pandemic, I had to film something for like a virtual speaking client, and I was in my suit and I was sitting on the couch, and my boyfriend took a picture and I was like, oh, this is kind of funny, I'm all suited up with nowhere to go. And then I put my helmet on, was like on the couch with my feet up on my phone with my visor down, and I posted a picture like, how's your quarantine going, Because race car. And people really liked it, and so I and on Instagram just created more photos of me doing mundane daily stuff in my racing suit since I couldn't, use it to go racing. So then I made an NFT collection, Because race car. I just, just for fun to kind of see what it was like to mint NFTs, and, sold a few of them. And I've just revamped that project and now have utility with like race tickets and different merch packs and everything. And I'm still experimenting, I'm still learning, but I think it's a really cool way to have a little fan club. And I'm going to be, giving, surprise giveaways throughout the year and different adding to it as I go. So yeah, I did a lot of research. I nerded out, and then got more involved in communities and collecting. And that was how I got introduced to Boss Beauties and Garage, is just through those channels online and through people I knew who then got me in touch with Adam. So very
That's awesome.
serendipitous, but like very nerdy, and like I can feel like I can say with confidence I was there early and like have done the the groundwork to be knowledgeable and to understand.
Cool.
Do you collect NFTs as well? Do you have yourself a little collection going?
I do. So
Awesome.
I did some. Yeah, I've done a few. Some more on the art side, some more on the community side. Especially with, again, the big ones I did were like Boss Beauty and BFF and Garage, and gotta get more in this community as well. And during NFT NYC, I went to the Fluff Party. Actually, I stopped by for a
Oh,
bit.
wow.
Yeah.
there.
So you may have met Mo already.
It was a little hot and it was getting a little late in the evening. So I stayed for a bit and then I was like, you know what, y'all have too much energy. I need to go to sleep now. But it was really fun.
Awesome.
We
Awesome. We
have.
should have got you on the sim there.
I know, right? Did you see the Sims in the back corner?
I did.
Yeah, that's where I was hanging out most of the night.
Oh, well, sorry I missed you.
It's all right.
It was a cool space though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. Next question is from Somnium. He asks, what are you most excited about with your partnership and ADAM in general?
Yeah,
And
so
what would you like to do with ADAM long term? Do you see this relationship evolving?
okay, so taking those one by one. I'm most excited to kind of see. Well, one, I think I'm really excited for the car reveal. That'll be on Monday, so I guess Tuesday New Zealand time. And I'm just excited to help bring to life the Atom brand and the community, and give you guys something to root for, something to see. I think that's really cool. I love the community aspect of it. As I said, it was really cool to jump in the Discord and chat with you guys a little bit. Going to do more of that. And I certainly hope, we were talking before we went live, like I certainly hope we're able to build more and, kind of see what I need as a driver, what Adam needs as a community and a company. And, if there are ways that we can continue supporting each other and being mutually beneficial, I think that's super cool. I know that Jeff and I were talking, it's so fun to build with people. And I think, we clearly get along super well. And I think we're both everyone's easy to work with. And so that's always cool. But I think, I'm excited to learn more of Adam's growth plans or like goals and stuff. And so I hope that this is just the beginning of my NASCAR Xfinity Series career. And so, who knows how that can build. And as Web3 evolves, different new things we don't even know about now can come into play. And I love that we're now friends, we're now family, and we can, cheer on for this race and then see what happens next.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're looking forward to being your like fan base here as well.
Here's a good one from Fresco. I'm gonna start doing one question per person for the rest of them, because we got to move on to the marbles race eventually. But from Fresco, here's a good one. From an insider's perspective, who talks with other drivers and teams, what is their reception to Web3? Have you been able to talk to many people about ADAM and why you're personally excited about this relationship to like your fellow drivers and fellow race enthusiasts?
Yeah, so I think it's growing. There are definitely, I think all people appreciate the story behind the company, whether it's like a Web3 company or a more traditional Web2 company. So there's that. I think, it's a process to onboard. And there was actually a panel at an event I was on at about how to make it Web3 a little more accessible to the NASCAR fan base. But I think it's growing. We actually saw that a different NFT community sponsored a different driver after my first race. So I think we're getting started, and I think Adam is a pioneer in that capacity. And I'm excited to more formally bring Adam to the NASCAR community with this race.
Awesome. Fresco also has a question for Saber. What has been the biggest obstacles to being a female project founder in Web3? So this is a great one.
Good question.
Oh, that is a great question. Being a female founder in Web3. I think because Web3, the space is a super fast-paced space. It takes a lot of energy to keep up. So you got to bring your strength and all of your energy and be willing to work really hard and constant learning as well. But it's, you always have great people around you. Like I'm really lucky. I have people around me that helped me a lot, and I can learn from them, or just help each other. And also, I think you gotta be brave to express what you think about things. Like if I feel something, then I say I express myself, then I think and I listen and I talk. And also because it's I think it's a new space, so we would be able to shape it to what we believe a modern system and community should be. So and then bring those positive vibes and inclusivity into the system. So it's some challenges, but also very promising.
Yeah, I feel like the micro communities, aren't just communities. They're little support groups, and then you can like lean on people in your micro communities to help you out.
Yeah,
I've
absolutely.
made plenty of friends in this space I talk to daily.
Yeah, we have G-Force, not only in Atom Car Club, but also in like Crypto Walkers. So all the girls or women, they gather together to be part of something. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then question for Julia. Speak to us about what goes through your head when you're on the track.
All right. So at this point, again, new in the series, it's taking in a lot of inputs at once. I'm having to pay really special attention to how the car is feeling. Where am I, like, am I hitting my brake zones properly? Lifting at the right place. It's really about hitting my marks. I'm having to very actively think about that. When I'm more familiar with the car, familiar with the track, you kind of get into like the zone, and it's not so much of an active effort to think about I have to specifically be there. You just get into this rhythm, and the car is kind of an extension of you, so it just comes down to staying focused and not thinking about things that aren't relevant in the moment. Not thinking about winning if you're leading, not thinking about what's going on behind me, but just staying really, really present. And I'm also, dealing with, feedback from my spotter. I like my spotter to talk to me a lot. We have a lot of blind spots in the car with the Hans device that keeps our head locked in. And just the seat is very robust, as it should be. And so hearing the spotter giving me information about where the cars are around me, if he sees something in my driving I can do differently. So it's a mix of being in the zone, being focused, and hearing the feedback. And like I don't respond to a lot of the feedback, but I hear it and I process it and deal with it.
All right, I think that wraps it up for the question and answer time. Let's push forward and do a marble race for all of our viewers and celebrate them being here with Julia and Adam Car Club and this whole entire experience. Let me get it booted up.
So excited to see this.
So
There we
yeah,
go. Popped
marbles
up.
marbles is our default racing at the moment.
Cool.
So, which track should we do? Let's just pick a random. Get going and then we'll let the team can play as well. But if you guys win, we'll just give the prize to whoever's next place. Just for we can root for each other. This adds to the fun. So track we're doing is Devil's Chaos. We're ready. Everybody can go ahead and hit exclamation mark play in the chat. Julia, Jeff, everybody.
Oh, I'm playing too.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Hop in there. All you gotta do is
You
type
have to be in the
exclamation mark
race.
play in
Yeah.
chat.
I'm in a
Sorry,
race.
can I get that instruction again? My fault.
Just do what everybody else is doing. Exclamation mark play.
Exclamation mark and then play.
Yeah, you don't have to do it if you're unable to. I know if you're not following the channel, it won't let you type. So don't stress. You can sit back and watch if you can't
I'm
join.
gonna be a spectator here, I think.
So we'll give it a minute and let everybody jump in.
Yeah, I think I did that inaccurately. Yeah, we're gonna watch next time. Next time I'll be more prepared.
Well, I guess while we're waiting for some people to jump in, I don't think we have we discussed what we're giving away to the winner. Jeff, any thoughts on that? AFA All Star, anything?
I think that we should go for a simulated All Star for the winner.
Oh, that is one of my favorites.
Oh, nice.
That is one of my favorites.
One similar.
Oh, maybe a superheroine. Actually, yeah. Why not do a superheroine since
We did just have the super heroine
Yeah.
squad chat yesterday. That
Yeah.
some
seems
cool stuff coming up for superheroine. So let's go for a superheroine.
There we go. Winner of this race gets a super heroine all star.
Ooh.
We got 51
Ooh.
people in so far in the race. I'll give it 30 more seconds and then I'm gonna hit start. Exclamation mark play if you want to play, if you want to enter.
Someone exclamation mark have to win.
Oh, Fresco asked, does Julia have an AFA team yet? Julia, while we're waiting, do you play any video games or games in general?
I'll be honest, I am not a particular video game playing
What about
person.
your boyfriend?
I wasn't allowed to growing up, and it didn't catch on after that, if I'm totally honest.
What about your boyfriend?
So,
Is he a gamer?
Not in the last 4 years that I've really known him, but I think he has a history. Yes.
All right, let's get these. I'm going to hit start in 3, 2, 1. And let's see what the race. Off to the races in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the marbles are falling.
Go.
It's kind of fun. They race through a little marble track. Oh, Bildo just fell off the track. Sorry, Bildo. The Alps in first place, but it can be anybody's game.
Yeah.
TGI Fresco taking the lead.
Oh, I can see Saber coming up there.
Oh.
Great turn, and then I'm gone.
Where did you go?
Oh yeah, I would not have thrived at this.
I'm second. I'm first. I'm done. No. I'm gone. I fell off.
Oh, did ya?
No. Yeah.
TGI.
I saw my mom with a skull, so I assumed that I'm dead. Oh no.
TGI Fresco holding first place. Is this his redemption from the last prawns race? We have an inside rivalry. We have an internal team called the prawns, and we have an internal team called RRR.
Look at that.
Oh, here we go. Atari.
Atari took this number 1 spot.
Our team made the jump.
Amy Chow Chow. Oh, Atari back in number 1 spot.
Wow, this looks like some lava.
Yes, we went to Hawaii in May, and I got to see lava from, I guess, a 2018 eruption. They still had active lava.
Oh wow!
You could see it at night. We trekked 1.5 miles in the rain to go see it. It was very cool.
Wow, never seen real lava.
Yeah, never seen
was
lava
powerful.
before.
Yeah, that.
We had a year ago. We had a major disaster.
I think we lost Jeff.
You cut out.
Real fast, I want to remind everybody that right after this stream, the Seekers have their AMA. It's on Twitter, on the Seekers Twitter page. Be sure as soon as we end this stream to head on over there and get some exciting news about what's going on with the Seekers project.
Yeah.
Ooh, is Atari going to take it? Right at the finish
Fun.
line.
Whoa, it's so
And
close.
Atari takes it for the win. Congratulations.
Wow, congrats.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Atari God. Atari is also one of the individuals working on the club's first IRL project car. We have a Nissan 240Z getting built up in
Cool.
Miami, in Florida, actually, and
Mhm.
it's a fun journey for us.
Oh, fun.
And hop back out and let's wrap things up because the Seekers have their event coming up.
Ooh.
Just some closing thoughts. Congratulations to all the winners today, and thank you for coming. I'd like to offer Julia, since she's a motivational speaker, do you want to close the event with some motivational words for the community?
I will close with how I have literally closed every keynote I have given since 2014, which is a quote that I just think epitomizes like how I live, which is, if it's both terrifying and amazing, you should definitely pursue it. And that's from a woman, Arada Svetlana. And yeah, that's how I live, and that's what I recommend.
Those are amazing words. I really love it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for showing up.
Thanks
Bye.
for having me. It's great being here.
Thanks, everyone.